All right, let's get into today's sky. We're looking at its cosmic energy that's this really interesting mix of like pure ambition and, well, total excess. It's a pretty powerful combination, so let's dive right in and figure out how to handle it. So, tell me if this sounds familiar. You wake up, you've got this huge to-do list, you feel like you can conquer the world, but there's also this little nagging feeling that maybe, just maybe, you're biting off way more than you can chew. Well, it turns out there's a really clear astrological reason for that exact feeling.
To really get what's happening, we've got to start with the foundation. This is the base layer of energy for the day, the mood that everything else is kind of built on top of.
So the deal is, the moon is in a super practical sign of Capricorn all day long, and that really sets the whole tone. A Capricorn moon creates this collective mood that's all business. It's serious, it's focused on responsibility, and it gets all of us thinking about our long-term goals.
And honestly, this is fantastic energy for getting things done. Think of it as the perfect cosmic background for, say, organizing your desk, mapping out a big project, or just taking those first solid, concrete steps towards something you really want to achieve. It's all about structure.
But you knew there was a but, right? It's not quite that simple today. Let's talk about the second major player in the sky, which is introducing a bit of a challenge, a source of tension we really need to be aware of.
Okay, so here's the kicker. During the first part of the day, the moon forms what we call an opposition with the planet Jupiter. The best way to picture an opposition is like a cosmic tug-of-war, with two really powerful forces just pulling in completely opposite directions.
And this really shows you the two forces at play. On one side, you've got the moon in Capricorn, which is all about our emotions and our need for structure and security. And on the other side, you've got Jupiter, the planet of growth, expansion, you name it. Jupiter's whole motto is basically bigger is better, and that can so easily tip over into exaggeration.
So when these two cosmic forces are pulling against each other like this, it can create some very specific traps. And just being aware of these potential pitfalls is going to be the key to navigating today successfully.
This energy can make us completely lose our sense of proportion. We might find ourselves just overdoing it, whether that's with work or making promises or even spending money. It can tempt us to take on way too much responsibility, all fueled by this over-the-top optimism. Oh, and definitely watch out for exaggerated emotional reactions. That is the Moon-Jupiter tension in a nutshell. Small issues can suddenly feel absolutely huge. Okay, so that's the challenge. But here's the good news. Every astrological challenge comes with a strategy for success. So let's look at how to find that key to balance today.
The real question is, how do we take all this powerful, expansive energy and actually harness it for good, instead of just letting it run away with us? And the core message for navigating this energy is pretty much perfectly summed up right here. Thinking big is beautiful, but maintaining balance is important. That one sentence just captures the entire dynamic we're talking about today.
See, it's not about shutting down Jupiter's optimism and big-picture thinking. No way, that energy is a gift. The goal is to channel it, to use its power like a magnifying glass for your ambitions, rather than letting it become some kind of funhouse mirror that just distorts reality. So here it is, your simple two-step plan for the day. First, let yourself think big. Seriously, use that Jupiter energy to dream, to brainstorm, to see the grand potential of it all. But then, and this is the most critical part, you have to use that Capricorn moon energy to ground it. Ask yourself, what is one practical, realistic step I can take right now to move toward that big vision?
And that leaves us with a final question for you to really think about today. Look at your goals, your dreams, all your big ideas. Which one of them can you start working on today with just one small, manageable, realistic step? Because that is how you master the energy of ambition and excess.